So, good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's not a very good afternoon because, as you can see, the guy on the screen is out injured, as you can see in the title. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Just liquidate the club immediately. We're finished. He's not Finnish. He's Scottish. He's not Scottish. He's Finnish. Ah, dear. Good afternoon. Good evening. Hopefully, you're all having a wonderful Friday. And we have got a big game, and it is a big game. And it kind of sums up where we are as a football club, really. The fact that this is a massive game against a promoted team. And we were all kind of shook going into this game that we could lose. That sums it all up. But before we get into the transcript, I am going on Rance's channel in 37 minutes. So we're going to have to keep this real quick. So make sure you come and check out Rants and Bants, subscribe to him, and I'll be on there in 37 minutes from now. And in fact, I think he might be streaming it to Twitch, actually. I need to double check that, and then he'll upload it to YouTube later. But either way, it'll be on his channel. But if you want to be in with a shout to win a signed and framed VIEIRA shirt, download Flick. It's free. Scroll to the giveaway. Bottom right-hand side, there is an emote. Click on it, put 2 emotes in the chat, and you're qualified. The winner is announced on the 1st of December. But just a quick update on injury news. Mohamed El Neni is obviously unavailable due to testing positive for COVID. Say Kolasinac again, same, he's out. I don't think he would have played anyway. But and then obviously Thomas Partey, he was replaced at half-time again in the Villa game, and he's continuing to be assessed, but he's not going to make it for this game at the weekend. Left thigh injury apparently. But yeah, we're pretty shafted without Partey in midfield. It means we're back to Dani Ceballos spinning around like Kylie, and Granit sideways and backward Xhaka, which is not the ideal scenario, is it? It's not the best midfield pairing. But we'll go through as much of this as we can. Let me get the transcript up. Batter the likes up if you could, that'd be great. He spoke about Cedric Soares, which I thought was a bit of a weird one. I'm going to read this out. He said, I've seen big changes in Cedric in the last month or so. Yes, we're saved. We're saved. Cedric Soares is the future. Oh dear, we're actually ruined as a football club, aren't we? We're in the gutter. You changed your top. Yes, I had to change my top because I had a yellow top on and I've got a green screen. I was just a hologram. I didn't quite plan it out properly. But afternoon, baby. Hope you're good. He said, I've seen big changes in Cedric in the last month or so. I think his performances in the Europa League have been much better. He needed some time to adapt. Why does everybody need time to adapt under this manager? But the manager just gets the job straight away. He didn't need time to adapt. Kind of makes no sense to me. He then continued on. He needed to adapt to our way of playing, most importantly. What is our style of play? Do we know? He needed his fitness levels to be at the standard we need. And that was impossible because he had some injuries when he came here. He had a bad injury with his knee, and then he broke his nose. Did David Luiz punch him up as well? Jesus Christ. And he had some difficulties. But again, he's a lad who's trying really hard. He's trying. Oh, he tried. We're the trying club. He's accepting the situation and he's fighting against it to prove us wrong. What a hero. Cedric Soares, the hero we didn't know that we needed. There you go. Anyway, let's move on to another segment. He was banging on about the pandemic. He said we need to protect the players more. I'm going to read this out. He said, it's really demanding and it's never been done to play the amount of games that we have to play in a calendar year in the history of football. It is the history of the Tottenham. Obviously, we know the consequences of that. And the only thing from my side is that I would demand the Premier League and to the broadcasters is let's protect the players. At the end of the day, this industry, yes, we can do it without us being put in a room together. I don't know what you mean there, mate. We've been doing it, training individually and doing it without having the responsibility and possibility as a manager to speak to them all in the same room, which that makes no sense to me, because if they're all getting tested twice a week and they're all running around on a football pitch together, why can't they be in the same room together? Surely they're in a bubble together, right? I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, he then said, they are protagonists of this whole industry. And whatever you can do, if you have to modify the rules to make them a little bit more flexible and give them an opportunity, a better opportunity to be fit, not just physicality, but I mean mentally as well, then let's just do it. He's basically trying to say that we need to, I don't know what he's trying to, what's he trying to say? What, we just need to not play as many games? Talk has resurfaced about reintroduction of 5 substitutes, and Arteta said it would make a big difference. There you go. That's what why didn't he just say that? He said, I'm all for it to extend, but we have to then extend the squad. At the moment, we have a big squad for different reasons, and we have to leave 7 or 8 players at home. And at home means because from the training ground, you go home. No fucking way. No, if this geezer has morphed into Wenger, real talk, yeah? His press conferences have gone from being up here to being in the gutter real quick. He talks in riddles. I'm not even reading the rest of that. Let's move on to the next bit. Let's move on. Let's see what else he's had to say. What else has he waffled about? He spoke about, here we go. He spoke about the international break. We're not going to bother with that. What he expects from Leeds, we'll go with that. They will go at full gas like they always do. And they've had 2 weeks to prepare for the game. They don't have as many internationals as us, and I don't expect them to change too much. They're very loyal to their principles and the way they want to play, and they approach every game the same way, which is to win and be aggressive with and without the ball and try to win. Doesn't matter where they play. And I've seen that from last season. It's not a concern about the way they play. It's about what they do. Again, talking in riddles at the end. The importance of responding after the Villa defeat. I'm not going to read that. That's stupid. He's not going to say, oh, no, it's not important, is he? He was then asked about Thomas Partey when he could be back. He said he picked up an injury early in the Villa game. He tried to carry on and wanted to play the second half, and we knew it was a significant injury. Wow. He has done really well. He is working hard and wants to be available. Hopefully we can get him back soon, but it's an area where we have to be careful a little bit and protect the player. He was then asked about COVID protocols for internationals. No point reading that. It's got nothing to do with this game. He was then asked that, well, we do this, even though this has got nothing to do with it. It's to do with Aubameyang. He said, if anybody who doesn't know, Aubameyang's manager for Gabon has said that Arsenal won't allow him to go back on international duty after he had to sleep on the floor in the airport. Oh, get over yourselves. Arteta's quickly blown that one out. He's not right. Obviously, it was a shock to see the full squad sleeping the way they were doing. I always believe that everybody's trying to do their best, and the Gabon national team are trying to organise things the best way. Sometimes unpredictable things happen, and this was an experience. I said to Abba, take it as an experience. I'm sure many months or years you haven't slept on the floor. Take it from there and just make sure when you're in bed that you know how good it is, how comfortable it is, and how lucky you are. Inspirational, Mikel. You cannot change it. You cannot rewind it. So you just have to move on. I hope the next time it doesn't happen and that our players have the rest that they need. That's the way I'm not being funny, right? Seriously. Either I'm just not getting this, or this is like really bad. Is it really bad? Oh no, Aubameyang had to sleep in an airport on the floor. Fucking grow up. Like seriously. He had to sleep on the floor for a few hours. Get over yourself. Like, I just genuinely, that's the excuse now. If he has a shitter this week and he slept on the floor in an airport, that'll be the excuse. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Absolutely pathetic. Yeah. We've all slept on an airport floor at some point in our lives. I've done it twice on the same trip to Partey away, at Riga Airport and Minsk Airport. It's really not difficult. I was awake 37 hours on that trip. Yeah, didn't see me crying about it, did you? Unbelievable. Anyway, let's move on. He was then asked about the fight. And I see a lot of people come in my chat yesterday saying, it's fake news. You are fake news. And it turns out it's actually not fake news. So, yeah, Dani Ceballos is full of shit. Who knew? Who actually fucking knew? Oh, yes, we all knew. But anyway, he said, nothing. Training is very competitive and issues happen a lot of the time. Therefore, he's now confirmed it. But those things get resolved immediately within the team. There's not too much to say. Whether there's an issue between the two of them, he said, no, there's no problems at all. Whether he saw it happen, no, I've got really bad vision from far away. Again, confirming it happened. That's why we trained behind closed doors. On whether William will play on Sunday after reportedly being in Dubai. Look, he's snapping. He's snapping. He said, you keep asking me for more and more issues. Whatever happens internally with any issues or things that we don't expect, as always, we'll try and resolve them internally. That's being dealt with and explained, and we move on. Well, listen, he did that in a public space. He took the photo in a public space. He left the country by, again, sounds of it, illegally. And if he starts on Sunday, there's a absolute steward's inquiry, because that ain't acceptable. We went through that yesterday, so I'm not going to bang on about it. Do batter the likes up if you haven't already. Not even 100 likes. Absolute rats. The voice of rats is fuming. Let's move on. Let's carry on. On whether William has let him down, he said, we had a conversation and I explained what I expected. Well, look, he's just gone from saying we're keeping it internally to now saying what he was telling him. So it's now not internal, is it? So many contradictions in this press conference. There are a lot of personal factors at the moment as well from our side. We need to be in their shoes. Yes, they've got such a hard life. A lot of players having different issues, like any person out there. And sometimes they may take decisions based on the needs of the moment. Yes, I'm starving. I need a steak. I know. Yes, we're going to see Salt Bay. Unbelievable. The fucking bullshit some of these people come out of. But it's been dealt with in the right way, he said. Well, we'll see. He was asked whether Joe Willock could start. That's a good question. About time they asked him a good one. I mentioned with Joe that I'm really impressed with him, the way he's handled the situation of not having much games in the Premier League. I haven't seen him train like he's done in the last 5 or 6 weeks under difficult circumstances. I think the reflection of that is the way he's playing in the Europa League, and he's had some minutes, or the Carabao Cup, for example. He has a chance like everyone else to play at the weekend. He was asked whether Eddie has a chance to start. Pointless question. He's obviously going to say everyone's got a chance. He was asked about Pep's new deal at City. Nobody cares. On Pep's unfinished business with City. Nobody cares. It's an Arsenal Leeds or Leeds Arsenal press conference. And whether he's asking too much from the players, that's a good question. He said it's really demanding. It's never been done to play the amount of games that we've played in the calendar year. We've read that already, haven't we? They've just worded that different on a different page. 5 subs, well, we've done that. How he feels about the possible return of fans before Christmas. He said, I'm very optimistic because I've seen the plans, all the protocol and the work from the club to try and create a safe environment. I think we are able to provide that. And if they decide to move ahead with the project that we've done, it's very impressive. So they've given the green light to that, but we're prepared to host fans. That'd be good. I see something the other week. It's like a little booth. Celtic did it. And basically it's like a portable cabin. And as you walk through it, it just sprays you. Yeah, and it just sprays. I don't know what it sprays on you, but it sprays something on you, and you walk out the other side of it. And apparently, that protects you. He was then asked whether William's going to be travelling. He said the situation is resolved, explained, and dealt with the team and the club. That's all I can say. Bukayo Saka. He was asked about his performances. We'll go past that. Pablo Mari is back in training. He said he's looking good. On whether he still has a first-team role, Pablo Mari said yes. He's just been hit with injuries. Did William break the club rules? He said, I can't confirm anything. And keeping a grip on discipline. It does seem like a lot of our players have taken the piss recently, doesn't it? It said it's impossible because we have so many rules, so many guidelines that we have to follow. Sometimes without even thinking, you break them. Okay. Even in training, when you give a bib to someone else, you think, oh no, I can't do that. The bib has to be here and someone has to come with gloves. Sometimes you don't even know you're breaking the rules. In a way, that's true. The amount of times I've gone out of here without my mask is mad. And luckily, nobody's punched me up yet. It was asked about Cedric. We've done that. Is there anything else that we have missed here? Let's have a little quick look. I think that's everything, if I'm honest. Yes, that is everything. Yeah, that's the lot. So not a great press conference, if I'm honest. But we move. Do move the likes up. And I'm going to come through some of your comments real quick. We're going to do about another 10 minutes. Then I'm going to go and do a show with rants and bants. Thank you, Kevin K. How has Arteta conned fans into thinking our defence is good? Parking the bus with no attack isn't a good defence. CFC have 2 times more goals and the same conceded. Great comment, mate. So did Tottenham, funny enough. That shit team down the road with the washed up manager. Yes, that's right. Yeah. But thank you for that, buddy. And you're absolutely spot on. Parking the bus is not good defending. It's shit. Yes, he did know. Your picture is back. He did know what he was doing. And this is the thing. It's all well and good saying that, yeah, passing a bib in training, you're breaking the rules. Yeah, of course. That's fine. But guess what, mate? You're not breaking the law by doing that, are you? And he broke the law by leaving the country during a lockdown, which he shouldn't be doing. Yeah, and if he's in that squad tomorrow, I'm not going to be, not tomorrow, Sunday, I ain't going to be happy with it. You know, it's a piss take, absolute disgrace. And I said this yesterday, the amount of people that have lost jobs and sitting at home struggling with their mental health, they can't go and see their family, friends, loved ones, might have lost loved ones. And William's taking the piss just to go and have a fucking steak. Yeah, it's a disgrace, absolute joke. And if the club don't deal with that properly, yeah, and this is the thing, we deal with it internally. Well, why we want to know. Yeah, we want to know what you have done with him. Yeah, has he been banned? Have you said, no, you're banned for a month, 2 weeks, 2 games? Have you fined him? We should know that. We have a right as fans to know that, in my opinion. Yeah, it's an absolute piss take what he's done. Yeah, and he's clearly not had any exemptions to be able to do that, hence why they're dealing with him. So if he's in that squad on Sunday, I'm going to have a bit of a meltdown. Not happy about it. Not happy. But there we go. Not a lot I can do. Man said he's starting. Big up my guy. I'm on the Coca-Cola this afternoon, my friend. Just for Coca-Cola. Happy Friday, bruv. Do bump the likes up. Anyone who's coming late, he's confirmed that Danny Ceballos and David Luiz did have a fight. He's confirmed that Thomas Partey is going to be out injured for this game. And he's confirmed that William did break the law. And other than that, he just fucking waffled and started crying about Aubameyang sleeping on the floor and that we need more subs and less games. So, yeah, all in all, a pretty shoddy podcast. Now, let me read some more of these comments out. There's hundreds of comments here. I'm going to just scroll through as many as I can real quick. Yes, we'll get some rat merchandise out soon. The voice of rats. We'll get some rat non-negotiable. Be excited. Exactly. Well said, mate. Non-negotiable. Do you remember when he said, when he first came in, it's non-negotiable that these players act in the right way and show the values of this football club? Well, none of them are doing that at the moment, especially Aubameyang sitting on Twitter having rows with Tony Kroos, especially William flying off to Dubai to have a steak with Salt Bay, and especially David Luiz and Cedric Suarez having a punch-up. What values and class and tradition are they showing? Non-negotiable, Mikel. Non-negotiable, my friend. Excuse FC, exactly. We've got the perfect excuse now. If Aubameyang has a shitter on Sunday, oh, it's because he slept in the airport. Fucking jokers, man. Absolute jokers. What's non-negotiable in Spanish? Shall we have a look? Let's have a quick look. I don't know what it is. Non-negotiable. Let's have a look. Let's go. Oh, that's easy.
No negociable.
Non-negociable. There you go. Non-negotiable. Non-negociable. See? My Spanish perfecto. That app I've got sick, by the way. It's like, translate straight away. Rat Army, yes. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But yeah, after reading all of that, Tapas Pulis at the after reading all of that, I'm thinking, like, we've got Thomas Partey out injured. Obviously, Dani Ceballos, El Neni's obviously out as well. Dani Ceballos and Xhaka are going to be in that midfield. I'm thinking in his head, somehow, he's going to sit there and go, yes, I actually think I could put Eddie Nketiah up front for this game because he might have a point to prove against Leeds. I'm dreading the starting 11. I can't lie. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can actually win. And big up my guy. Real one in the building. And we have Phillips and Rodrigo back for Sunday. Man's coming on this channel tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Yeah, Leeds United fan. And we're going to do a preview. He's going to put me right about Arteta as well, yeah? Is that what you're saying, bro? Man's going to tell me some truths. We're swap managers. How about that? You've got a channel, haven't you, mate? Is that your channel name? I think that's your channel name, isn't it? Go and check his channel out. Or if it isn't, put it in the chat and I'll pin it up, mate. But yeah, looking forward to having you on tomorrow, man. We're moving mad on this channel. We've got another guest on tonight at 9 o'clock as well. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. A guy called, he's got a channel called Mad Red United. So he's coming on. A guy called Adam. He'll be on later on tonight, 9 o'clock. And that's how we're moving right now. Guest after guest after guest. And thank you to everybody who watched the show I did with Grizz Khan last night. Not a single bad comment towards him in the chat or in the comments. That is mad. That don't happen often either. So yeah, well done to everyone who's watched it. I don't mean you can go there now and take the piss either. Tapas Pulis versus Pasta Emery. Do you know what? I said this the other day. Bielsa is very similar to Emery, isn't he? Wants to play some kind of attacking football, but will ship loads of goals. And it's mad because our fans rate Bielsa so highly, but didn't rate Emery. It's kind of hypocritical, in my opinion. But there we go. There you go. Go and subscribe to that channel. Type that in. Bosh, straight in there. Job done. Go and subscribe to him. He's going to be on tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And looking forward to it, mate. Looking forward to it. Right, let's do 5 more comments. Then I'm going on with Rants and Bants. I think he's streaming it to Twitch. I'm not sure. And then he'll upload it to YouTube. I think that's how he's doing it. So Rants and Bants on Twitch if you want to come and check me out on there. And big up Chris. He says, culture, non-negotiable, structure, all buzzwords, and somehow most Arsenal fans just eat this shit up. Exactly. We didn't say shit. I added that word for you, mate. But it's true. And I'll tell you something now, mate. Yeah? If we lose this game, which is a distinct possibility without the main man, Thomas Partey, it is gonna seriously heap pressure on this manager. Then we've got Wolves at home, which again is not an easy game. They've got dangerous fucking players in their team. And then after that, we've got that shit team down the lane with the washed up manager who beat us. Oh yes, he beat us at White Hart Lane last time. Unbelievable. So potentially we could be sat here on 3 losses in the next 3. We could be sat here on 3 wins. It's not looking likely with the 3 wins, but this is Arsenal. We don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next. So yeah, big up Dave. We've got the fidget spinner and the Swiss spanner in midfield on Sunday. Oh dear. Right, a couple more. Hammer the likes up, hammer the likes. Don't forget, download Flick. I'll be putting the starting 11 polls up on Saturday afternoon. So you can pick the starting 11 you'd like to see from the players on the polls. You've also got a chance to win a signed and framed VIEIRA t-shirt. Let me come back to that comment in 1 second. Pirate King. And to do that, just download the app, go to the VIEIRA giveaway, bottom right, you will see an emote, a little character floating around. Click on it, it brings up loads of them. Put 2 emotes, not 1, 2 emotes in the chat, and you are qualified. The winner is announced on the 1st of December. If you haven't got any emotes, you can buy them off the app stores, or recommend a friend off the app. And yeah, man, you get a couple more for nothing. Oh, I think we found a certain person in a Caps burner account. Cry some more, you bellend. And do you know what? Very quickly, amount of people that say to me, fix my teeth. My missus is in the chat. She's actually a dentist. Yeah, that ain't even bullshit. My missus is actually a dentist. So if I wanted to fix my teeth, she'd do it at cost price, mate. But keep crying. You're more creative than our dead team. Big up. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Like I said, Mad Red United's coming on tonight. He's coming on at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow, Keji is coming on 9 o'clock, Leeds fan. So make sure you show some love to both of them. And I'm going to end on this one. RAT, remove Arteta today, or real Arsenal talk. Yes, remove Arteta today. You're a fucking bad man. That's a G move, that, bruv. That's genius. Yes, they're rats. Yes, remove Arteta today. Love for the donations, lads, as well. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to get myself out of here. And all have a wonderful afternoon. I will be back on here with the podcast with Claude, Kenny, Chig, Zach. Zach, a lot of you said last week, oh, he keeps talking over everyone. He was doing it on purpose. He told me he'd done it on purpose because he was worried that he might not ever come on again. So he just had to get all of his points out. I was like, shut up, man. You're on every week. So he's going to be back on again today. And if you thought it was like kind of mild last week, he goes in at times, but he's a lovely fella. And he's right on pretty much everything he says about this football club. So that'll be at 5 o'clock. Make sure you come and check that out. All have a spunking afternoon. Laters, peeps.